Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
And a pleasant good Monday evening as they turn the lights off as the Central Cass Squirrels have taken the court here in Castleton on yourliveevent.com. Welcome to our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. It's the Central Cass Squirrels and the Jags of Northern Cass here tonight for a little Region 1A girls basketball on yourliveevent.com. I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much for tuning in to our broadcast here this evening. Melena Ellenson is our camera operator here tonight. For Northern Cass, 1-3 on the season, 1-0 in the region. They had a couple of really good competition games against the Valley City Highlanders on Thursday night in Valley City and against Maple River on Friday, part of the Barnes County girls basketball tournament, losing to the Highlanders 58-34 on Thursday, then 57-44 against Maple River on Friday here for head coach Kobe Vanderwal, someone who had a nice 1-2 combination of a game. Liv Olson and Kanan Suzar both played really well in those two contests. Tess Gelberg got in foul trouble early against the Raiders and couldn't really get much going as she had 3 fouls in the opening quarter of play, so that kind of threw off the rotation a little bit for Kobe Vanderwal. But Northern Cass again 1-3 on the season. After tonight, they will make their way to Kindred for a date with the Vikings, also on your live event. Well, for Central Cass and the Squirrels, head coach is Jay Bachmann, 2-1 on the season, 0-1 in the region. Last game was a loss against the Kindred Vikings on Thursday, 73-37 for Central Cass. Wins over Hillsborough, Central Valley, and Langdon area Munich as well for Central Cass. They will be up next on Thursday at Oak Grove. We'll have that for you with Josh Boyko on the call right here on yourliveevent.com. Central Cass Squirrels, 3 seniors with Abby Convervig, Liv Severson, and also Addie Hushka here leading the way for Central Cass this season in terms of that senior class. So take a quick break, and we come back on our pregame show. We'll let you know what other games are going on across the region here tonight. Your latest poll in Division A. Talk about the series between these two teams. A lot of close affairs between the Jags and the Squirrels as of late. Get to our coaches' conversation. That and more still to come tonight from Castleton on yourliveevent.com.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
No! Jeez Louise!
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball-sized hail, and a fast drop in temperature.
Oh, jeez.
Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, let's take a look.
Oh, geez, moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
Here tonight on yourliveevent.com, on Your Live Event, it is the Irie Insurance pregame show. Taking a look, albeit early on in the region here. Region standings entering play tonight. The Kinder Vikings and the Valley City Highlanders. That game got underway at 6 o'clock this evening as well. We'll get to a quick look inside the box score for that matchup here in a moment. But first things first, just for a handful of teams, Kindred, Wahpeton, and Northern Cass came in at 1-0 in region play, with Oak Grove and Valley City yet to play a region game as of coming in to this evening. Then Central Cass is 0-1, and the Lisbon Broncos are 0-2. That, again, is the region standings entering tonight. Central Cass would like to get their first one and get to 1-1 and be tied with Northern Cass, while the Jags would like to improve to 2-0 in Region 1 play here with a win tonight. Well, for the Valley City Highlanders in the Kindred Vikings matchup going on in Valley City, last check, 4:35 left to play in the fourth quarter. Valley City up 64-50. So the Highlanders looking to pick up a win over the Kindred Vikings and improve to 1-0 in the region. That, again, just late in the fourth quarter between those two teams. Tomorrow, Oak Grove makes their way to Lisbon, also for a Region 1A matchup. This series has been good as of late. Last year in the regular season, Central Cass won by 6 on January the 30th, 63-57. Then in the Region 1 quarterfinals, Northern Cass picked up a win over the Squirrels, 54-51 at the Shack, and Northern Cass found themselves all the way into the Region 1 championship and a state qualifier as well. Well, the season came to a close for the Squirrels. Hayden Crockett at 38 points, went 13 of 18 from the free throw line in that game for the Jags, while Kenley Haug added 14 points in the loss for the Central Cass Squirrels. And then 2 years ago, Central Cass and Northern Cass played as well, with Central Cass winning in the regular season, but Northern Cass winning in the Region 1 quarterfinals. They're 2-2 in the last 4 games since the inception of the 3-division basketball system. Both teams have won 2 and both teams have lost 2. For Central Cass, coming off a 12-10 record from a season ago, well, for Northern Cass coming off a 8-17 record from last year. So that's a look at the latest Region 1 standings, your out-of-town scoreboard, and also a little series between these two teams, between the Jags and the Squirrels. It is the 4th game of the regular season for Central Cass, and game number 5 here for the Jags. We'll take a quick break, and we come back after this. We'll dive into our coaches' conversation. We'll hear from Kobe Vanderwal of Northern Cass and hear from Jay Bachmann of the Central Cass Squirrels, all ahead of our starting lineups and the opening tip tonight on our Irie Insurance pregame show from Castleton.
This holiday season, discover unbeatable prices on major name brand appliances at Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro. From refrigerators, washers, dryers, ranges, they have everything you need to upgrade your home and wow your guests. Shop the wide selection and find the perfect appliances for every room at Cywick Lumber and Hardware, your destination for all home appliances. Open Monday through Saturday, Cywick Lumber and Hardware, Hillsboro. They accept Hillsboro Christmas cash.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
On our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. It's Northern Cast and Central Cast here as we open up the week right before the Christmas holiday season for school to kind of let out a little bit. Join us here from the Northern Cast perspective is their head coach, that's Kobe Vanderwal. Kobe, a couple games that you had against good competition against the Valley City Highlanders and the Maple River Raiders on Thursday, Friday. Just kind of what you learned from your team against two quality teams that are ranked in their respective divisions.
We learned that we can genuinely play with anyone. I mean, there was just a handful of mistakes, got in some foul trouble, let some teams let some players get a little hot, a little too early. But, after we kind of settled down and slowed the game down to our pace, we played phenomenally. And I think from the BCT tournament to now, we've grown exponential. And it's going to be nice to, be able to display what we've learned, against a region opponent.
Yeah, and you got a couple region games here tonight. You got Kindred on Thursday as well before you get to that East-West crossover in Carrington over the holidays. So what's the one thing you want to see from your team moving forward here, Kobe, before you get to Carrington and eventually once you turn that calendar over to 2026?
I just want to see tremendous effort, from everyone, and that's, C squad all the way up through varsity. Just awesome effort, outstanding effort, and then attitude as well. I mean, those are the two biggest things in any sport and in any aspect of life. If you work hard and you got a good attitude while doing it, the sky's the limit.
As you go from there, Kaden Suzara have a really nice performance against the Maple River Raiders. Got going early in the first quarter with some threes, able to kind of add that to it in the fourth quarter as well. Just kind of what have you seen from her as a middle schooler continuing to grow literally and physically on and off the court?
Some days I completely forget that she's an 8th grader and she's 13, 14 years old, because all the questions she asks, she's always bugging me on when film's going to be up, when can I watch this and all that. So I think she's developing on her own and kind of growing into that role. She's still super young and the way she's blossoming like so early in the season, it's going to be awesome. And I can't wait to see her grow even towards the end of the season, in the region tournament and state as well.
As you go from here, Kobe, biggest thing is what against Central Cast, against a region opponent, what does the Northern Cast team need to do well for 4 quarters of basketball here tonight?
We just got to stay calm, cool, and collective. If we go out there, we play our game, we play at our tempo, and we don't let our emotions get too high and we don't get the jitters way too quick, we'll be just fine. We go out there, we play a solid game, we out-rebound them, we hold them to one shot, we rebound them, we fly down and transition and score, we're going to be just fine.
Hey, Kobe, it's always good to see you. Best of luck here tonight.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
That again, Kobe Vanderwal, head coach for Northern Cast. This interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. We'll continue with more after this in Castleton.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Embrace the joy of community at Halsted Living Center and Heritage House in Halsted, where wonderful neighbors and energetic minds come together. If you're seeking more than just a place to call home, you found the right spot with Halsted Living Center and Heritage House. Whether your interests lie in music, agriculture, sports, or dancing, you'll find someone who shares your passion and expertise. Discover a fulfilling lifestyle filled with connection and celebration with Halsted Living Center and Heritage House in Halsted. Get more information by calling 218-456-2105 or log on to halstedlivingcenter.com.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 201 Main Street, Hunter.
As we continue on the pregame show here on this Monday, Region 1A girls basketball matchup, it is Northern Cast, the Jakes going up against the Squirrels of the Central Cast. And joining us here from Castleton is the head coach for Central Cast, is Jay Bachmann. Jay, early on the season, 3 games in, 2-1. What's the one thing you like about your team, and what's one thing that just needs to, as any time of the year in December, needs to continue to prove upon from your squad here, Jay?
Really like our effort so far. We still are, I would say we have a little bit of a hangover from volleyball. Still just kind of getting the hang of some things, getting some stuff input. Really, we don't have all of our offense, all of our defensive stuff in yet, and that's been hard for the girls, hard for me when we're trying to do stuff and we haven't gotten to that yet. So that kind of stuff, we're getting there. We're slowly getting there. So every day we're getting better and learning. I think the biggest thing with the girls is we've had a really good attitude. You know, we started off 2-0, lost a tough one last week, and they've still kept a really good attitude this week. So that's been really good to see. And we're excited for tonight. So it'll be a fun one.
As you take a look at this team, what's a trait or characteristic that you want to see from your club continue to grow before you get to that region tournament in February here, Jay?
We have to play faster. We're still getting the kinks out of that, and we're still working on it, but we have to play faster, and we have to keep gelling as a team. We still have some new girls that have played 3 basketball games together the whole life, so we still have girls gelling, and we still have things to learn. I really think that going forward, if we can play fast, we're going to be fine, and we got to speed other teams up. That's the thing, is we got to play fast, but we got to speed other teams up too. So that's our key.
As you look at the senior class here, I know there's not a ton of them, but 3 of them on the roster here that are here. Jay, what's one thing that you've liked from their leadership so far early on this season with those 3 seniors? And some of them played a little bit more varsity than maybe others have in the past couple of years as well.
Well, for sure. You know, we're leaning on them heavily, especially early in the season. But I mean, Liv and Abby, Liv has started for 3 years. Abby started for 2.5 years. So we've really leaned heavily on them for leadership roles and just in practices, like, hey, let's strap on here, like, let's get ready to go. That's a football term, but you know, let's get ready to go. So that the leadership has been huge. Game time, like, they've played in big games. Like, Liv has played in some huge games. Abby's played in some huge games. Addie last year played in a region tournament game. Like, they have the experience that some of the other girls are lacking. But it's been really good to see, and they're still coming into their own. 2 of them were in volleyball as well, so they're still getting their feet wet a little bit too, but they're really coming along.
Last thing that I'll ask you, head coach Jay Bachmann joined us from Central Cass. Since the new 3-division system, you played Northern Cass 4 times. Both teams have won 2, both teams have lost 2. So what's the one thing about this matchup that's kind of been interesting and been traditionally really close affairs no matter who's on the basketball court here, Jay?
You know, that's just how we are. Like, I would say even before that, they were even. Like, we always have battles. I was talking to a parent last year from Northern Cass, and we beat them in the regular season, and he said after the game, man, that was a battle. And then after the region tournament when we lost, he found me again and said, see, another battle. So it's just something about it. You know, we're only 15, not even, probably 10 miles apart. So it's always a really fun battle. Going back my 10 years as head coach, I think there hasn't been many blowouts. I mean, every game, even when we're really good, it's been close. Even when they're really good, they're close. So it's just a fun game, and I think the people just kind of really show up for it.
Hey, Jay, it's always good to see you. Best of luck here today and throughout the rest of the season.
Thank you.
That again, Jay Bachmann, head coach for Central Cass. Will continue with more after this on our pregame show. That interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank.
Common doesn't do the extra reps. Common doesn't push the limits. And Common doesn't do all of that before the sun is up. We work harder than anyone else when no one is watching, so that when everyone is watching, we're ready to answer the call. Discover your uncommon side with the North Dakota Army National Guard.
Final segment here on our pregame show brought to you in part by Irie Insurance, a game that has gone final tonight in Valley City. The Highlanders defeat the Kindred Vikings 74-56, so Valley City bounces back after a loss to Lemoore Letcho Marion on Friday night in the Barnes County Girls Basketball Championship game. That's number 1 Valley City over number 4 Kindred in the state of North Dakota, 74-56 in the latest Division B, Division A girls basketball poll. The new poll will come out on Wednesday. Top 5 again, Valley City number 1, Carrington 2, South Prairie Max 3, Kindred 4, and Turner Mountain at number 5. Central Cass, Trinity, and Thompson receiving votes. That does it for our pregame show here tonight. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service that you deserve at Irie Insurance. They cover it all from home, auto, crop, commercial, and benefits insurance. For more information, you can simply check out their website to get a free quote started today at Irie INS. That again is Irie INS to get a free quote started today with Irie Insurance. After tonight for Northern Cass, they will trek their way to Kindred on Thursday, and then the Carrington Invite with games against Dickinson, Trendy, and Hazen. While for the Central Cass Squirrels, they will make their way to downtown Fargo for a date with Oak Grove on Thursday. Then Monday host the Thompson Tommies before going to Aberdeen, South Dakota, and playing Northwestern South Dakota over the holiday break. Again, that does it for our pregame show, brought to you in part by Irie Insurance. When we come back, starting lineups and the opening tip here on YourLiveEvent.com.
When you think about North Dakota State College of Science, don't think about college. Don't think about desks. Don't think about buildings. Don't think about our expert instructors or our high-tech classrooms. Think about that new pickup you'll soon be driving. Think about decorating your first apartments. Think about that great job that's already waiting for you. Then, think about how you'll be doing all of those things in just 2 years. North Dakota State College of Science, the smarter way to college.
At Northern Cass, we believe every learner has the power to change the world, and we're here to help them do just that. That's why we're not your average school district. We deliver a world-class education built on trust, authentic relationships, and bold, innovative practices that prepare learners for whatever path they choose. From our passionate educators to our close-knit community, everything we do is rooted in purpose, connection, and a belief in every learner's greatness. Come see what makes Northern Cass a place where learners thrive, both in and out of the classroom. Learn more at northerncasschool.com.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here for you.
Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro is your one-stop shop for gifts and home improvements. Check out the huge display of DeWalt power tools. They accept Hillsboro Christmas cash, making holiday shopping even easier. And explore all major name brand appliances, floor covering, cabinets, windows, doors, and much more. Find everything you need for all seasons, including this special holiday season when you shop at Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro, open Monday through Saturday.
As we get you ready for the starting lineups here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com, our officiating crew of Brent Winter, Connor Dunn, and Jordan Larson here in Castleton. The Jags looking to improve to 2-3 on the season, while Central Cass is looking to improve to 3-1. We'll start with our starting lineups here for the visitors on the scoreboard of Northern Cass. The Jaguars in their black attire with the goal numerals here tonight and lettering as well. First-year head coach is Kobe Vanderwal. Our starting lineups brought to you in part by Hunter Insurance Agency, dedicated to providing the best support for your insurance requests. Go to hunterinsuranceagency.com. 00, it's Tess Jalbert here, a 5'8 senior forward here for Tess. Carson Melander, a 5'3 sophomore guard for Carson. Carly Ryder, a 5'10 5'6 junior guard at 5'6 here for Carly. Olivia Olson, the 5'7 senior. Liv, again, another senior. And Cadence Huzar, the 5'6 8th grader here tonight for the Jags. Jalbert, Melander, Ryder, Olson, and Huzar. Northern Cass averaging 45 points per game, while defensively giving up 48 points per contest. As we turn our attention now to the Squirrels of Central Cass as the lights go out one more time here for the starting lineups here for head coach Jay Bachmann and the Central Cass Squirrels, averaging 49 points per game, defensively giving up 55.6 points per contest here for Central Cass. The Squirrels at 2-1 on the season, 0-1 in the region. They'll go like this in the starting lineup. And a senior is Abby Kavervig. Kavervig, a 5'7 senior guard here for Central Cass. From there, you have Kinley Haug, a 5'7 freshman guard as well. Liv Severson, the 5'10 senior. Severson at 5'10". From there in the starting lineup, you have J.C. Verkeelen, the 5'7" guard here this evening for J.C. And then Addison Hushka, Addie, the 5'4", a senior here for Central Cass. Again, one more time for the starting lineups for the Squirrels in their white uniforms with the red numerals here this evening, outlined in black, and then Squirrels across the front as well here in black, outlined in white. They'll go with Convervig, Haug, Severson, J.C. Verkeelen, and Addie Hushka here today for Central Cass. Head coach is Jay Bachmann. Both teams scheduled again for a game on Thursday night on YourLiveEvent.com. The Squirrels at Oak Grove on Your Live Event, while Northern Cass will make their way to Kindred on Your Live Event with a couple of guys on the call with Nick Eggman and Josh Almaris as well. That is, again, our starting lineups brought to you in part by Hunter Insurance Agency. Their dedicated team provides you the best support for your insurance requests, from crop to hail, commercial, and more. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com. That, again, is hunterinsuranceagency.com. The Squirrels will be going left to right as we see it, while for Northern Cass will be going right to left. 4 8-minute quarters with a 35-second shot clock on the Bank North scoreboard as the lights come back on here for center stage in Castleton. Connor Dunn will do the honors in the circle for our officiating crew. Opening tap slated to get underway at 7:30, just a couple minutes behind that at 7:35. And Region 1A girls basketball opens up the week here on YourLiveEvent.com, as this will be a battle of number ones, and Melander rips it away from Convervig. Melander might have got a little ankle rolled up. She will come down. Three-pointer off the mark. No good. Ryder put back by Liv. Can't get it. And Tess will get the loose ball. So Northern Cass shot no. Rebound here will be another crack at it for Carly Ryder. 3 rebounds early on here for Northern Cass in the opening 21 seconds of the quarter. The foul will be assessed here on Central Cass on Verkeelen. That's JC's first and the team's first. Something Colby Vanderwal mentioned in our pregame show. Wanted to see efforts here tonight across the board, up and down the lineup, as Jalbert sees this one to Olsen. There's a foul and 2 free throws here. Scrappiness of the Jags early on, 25 seconds in. Able to pick up a couple fouls here on JC, as they'll see this be here second. And 2 free throws upcoming here for Liv Olsen. The 5'7" senior to the free throw line for Liv is up, and it's good. So Olsen hits the first. Second free throw attempt on the way here for the Jags. Trying to take a 2-0 lead, and this one is up and off the mark. No good. A rebound will be won by Abby Convervig. Convervig to Haug in the front court now. Kinley driving kick, right-handed side with the basketballs. Hushka. Hushka drives into a double team. Arrow will favor this one. They'll make it to Central Cass. So it's going to be Central Cass basketball here after they won the opening tip as it was ripped away with. So it'll be Central Cass basketball again as they'll inbound it here for the Squirrels with Abby Convervig. Convervig will see this one on the baseline. Convervig looking for a teammate, finds one up top, just over the outstretched reach here for Liv Severson. Severson's going to drive on Liv Olsen. This one off the window, good for 2. So Olivia Severson gets by Olivia Olsen. And that's a 2-1 lead on the Bank North scoreboard here for Central Cass. Ryder in the front court, right-handed side to Jalbert. Jalbert looking for the pick and roll here from Liv, who will go on the roll. Nice help side defense for the Squirrels, but just unable to pick it up was Kenley Haug. Little 1-4 offense there. You have that UCLA cut come through. A little pick and roll on the outside, trying to see what the defense does. Good help defensively there again by Kinley. Melander to the high post to Olsen. Olsen off her right shoe. With it now is Tess, as Jalbert relieves it right-handed side to Huzar. Tess at the right wing, steps into a right wing 3-pointer. That'll go long off the backboard. Rebound here for J.C. Verkeelen, and then she gets fouled. Pair of Jags were around her. They'll give this to Cadence Huzar, her first and the team's first. Full court pressure defense now for Northern Cass. Little diamond and one here for the Jags, as the Squirrels just miscommunication, their turnover. Ball will go up top now to Tess. Extra finder Ryder. Ryder's going to see this one on the left wing, looking for a teammate back up top to Huzar. Huzar will handle the basketball here, guarded by Convervig on this man pressure defense. Huzar doesn't take the screen, going through is Olsen. Huzar gets by Convervig to the paint, right-handed scoop, and she gets fouled on the help. Foul will be assessed on the Squirrels, their third early in the game. This would be Hushka with her first, team's third, and 2 free throws coming here for Cadence. For Central Cass, you just have one more foul to give before it's the bonus the remainder of the quarter here. Free throw attempt is up and good. Free throw attempt number 2, as we are tied for the first time here tonight, is also good. So Cadence Huszar goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. And now will be Central Cass with the ball as they handle it in the front court with Kinley Haug. Haug will see it here. A little 1-3-1 matchup zone now for Northern Cass. Haug left and inside to Severson. Severson looking for a teammate back up top to Haug. Haug with the left-handed hip-high dribble, able to spin baseline Kovrig. Kovrig able to reverse spin out of a double team, but here comes a double. Kovrig ball will be out of bounds. Last touch here by Abby, and a turnover here for Central Cass. So the Jags ready to pounce right there a little bit on that half-court pressure defense, switching up to a 1-3-1, but they nearly give the ball away as Verkeelen almost had a steal. Melander in the front court now for the Jags. They lead it by 1, 2 minutes into the contest. Jalbert back up top to Cadence. Huszar looking for a cutting rider, nothing there now to Melander. Melander taking a screen, bounce pass on the inside. It's on the deck. Verkeelen and Huszar get on the floor, and the arrow will stay with Northern Cass. Substitution into the game for the Squirrels as Flanagan, the 5'7" freshman guard, as Keelan will check in here for Central Cass with JC with those 2 fouls for the Squirrels. Verkeelen will check out. Ball will go left and inside. Ryder. Jumper from 15 off the backboard, no. Rebound out of bounds. As you saw Huszar alongside with Severson and Haug battling for it. And then Severson and Haug just a little friendly fire as Northern Cass will inbound the basketball. This one will go right to Ryder off the window, good for 2. Carly Ryder on a miscommunication on the inside with an easy field goal. The first one of the game, dangerous pass. Severson able to tip it right to a teammate. Those Squirrels break the press. Kovrig left-handed side with it up top. Now it's to Haug. She'll rise for a 3-pointer. Got it. Kinley Haug with the triple. We're tied at 5. We'll break the press. Got to make them pay. That's exactly what the Squirrels did there. Good hustle then from Kinley, as this one will go out of bounds on the far sideline. Taking a look again at these 2 teams the last couple of years, they've been really good games. A 6-point game in the regular season in which Central Cass won, then a 3-point game in which Northern Cass won during the Region 1A tournament at the Shack. Tess Jalbert will see it in the front court, hitting the deck as Melander. They try to get it on the inside of Olsen. Turnover here on the Jags. Haug other side, drive, dish, and just stopping there was Hushka. Haug thought she was going to keep going and cut towards the paint, but it will be the 3rd turnover here for Central Cass. 4:56 and an entertaining opening 3 minutes of basketball here tonight in Castleton. Couple of Region 1 games for both these teams this week before they kind of get to that holiday break. Huszar will leave it. Extra pass, Melander. Melander back up top here for Northern Cass. Huszar will step into a 3-pointer. This one goes off the rim. Olsen skies for the loose ball. Rebound, putback, can't get it. And a board underneath here for Kinley Haug. Liv will get her 2nd rebound of the game, but then you see a foul here on Northern Cass. Huszar will pick up her 2nd. So both teams right now with a couple of fouls. You got 2 on Huszar for Northern Cass and 2 here for JC Verkeelen for Central Cass. As Squirrels will handle it. Front court to Hushka. Hushka sees it back up top to Haug. They reverse it around the horn to Flanagan. Now to Kovrig. Kovrig to Flanagan. Back up top, Haug to Hushka. Shot fake, gives it to the left pocket. Here comes a 3 for Severson. That'll graze the iron, go out of bounds. And Tess just got enough of the box out there on Flanagan for it to go out of bounds and be Northern Cass basketball. For more information on yourliveevent.com, simply check out our website or go to our YouTube channel. By searching Your Live Event, hit subscribe on there, as this will be a jump with Huszar and also with Haug, and the ball will make its way towards Central Cass. So for the Squirrels, see if they can take advantage, as both of these teams a little sloppy early on in this particular quarter in terms of that turnover bug or just getting a loose ball in the front court. The arrow goes the opposite way. One little man pressure defense here is with it. Up top to Severson. Severson looking, now is going to drive on Olsen, gets to the right block, throws one up off the window. No rebound, going to be won here by Cadence. Huzar, baseball pass up the floor to Tesh, trying to leave it for Liv. Good hand by Kovrig. Turnover on the way. Able to get the steal was Flanagan after the tip by Kovrig. Now for Central Cass, they give it to the aforementioned Kovrig front court. Left-handed side, Severson wide open underneath the paint. Right-handed layup for two is good. Flanagan with 2 points gives Severson the assist. Squirrels lead it by 2. Huzar up the near sideline now. Man pressure defense for Coach Bachmann and the Squirrels. Huzar, left-handed side, will handle it to Melander. Melander with the ball fake, looking for it on the interior. Back to the left of the key. Huzar will rise. Deep three-pointer off the tab. No good. Rebound tossled for. And another jump ball. The arrow this time will stay with Northern Cass. Substitution into the game as J.C. Verkeelen will return. Also, Sophie Sherwhite here, the 5'5 junior guard, as Kavervig and alongside Hushka will get a breather on the bench here for the Squirrels. This one will hit the backside of the backboard there on the inbounds for Cadence. Turnover for Northern Cass. Northern Cass 1-0 in the region, while for the Squirrels at 0-1. So far, it's just Wahpeton and Northern Cass as 1-0 teams after Kindred lost to Valley City tonight. And you got the Highlanders also at 1-0. Oak Grove going to get into the region play tomorrow in Lisbon for their first region contest. Well, half-court trap again by Northern Cass. Howell will see it here, leaves it left-handed side open. Left wing three-pointer's going to go short. Good box out underneath here for Liv Olson. As they see it with Huzar here at the left wing. Huzar's going to attack the paint. This one will be a foul in the act of shooting. That was the final foul that Central Cass had to give as well in the quarter. Foul will be assessed on Sherwhite. Her first, team's fourth. 2 free throws upcoming here for Cadence. As Northern Cass 3 of 4 from the free throw line early in this quarter. Free throw attempt is up and good, and Huzar now makes that stat 4 of 5. Trying to tie the game. We've been tied at 2-5, and we'll see if we're tied at 7. Free throw attempts. Number 2 is in and out, no good. Rebound, toss it for Tess on the inside, can't get it. Second crack at it, in for 2. So Tess with the putback makes it now an 8-7 Jags lead. As getting tied up with it is Sherwhite, and a timeout here in the half court. We'll break as well. 2:29 left to play in the first quarter. It's 8-7 Jags.
You've seen him around at the game and at the cafe. That's Ryan from Taupe Insurance, your man about town and your go-to guy for coverage that fits. From farm, crop, home, auto, and more. Ryan knows Castleton because he lives it just like you with the service you expect. That's Taupe Insurance in Castleton with over 25 years of experience. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies at their office in Castleton or call 701-347-4045.
All right, on cue, timeouts brought to you in part by Taupe Insurance. Get in touch with Ryan at Taupe Insurance for a quote or review of your policies at 701-347-4045. That's Taupe Insurance at TOOP. Get in touch with Ryan today in Castleton. 8-7, first timeout here for Central Cass and head coach Jake Bachmann to save the possession. One thing early on in this quarter is Northern Cass looking to trap in the half court when they can. Here against the Squirrels, Haug's already hit a 3, thought about one there. Sets it up to Verkeelen around the world to the left baseline. Three-pointer is up and in. Nothing but twine for Flanagan. 5 points off the bench here for Keelan. As Olsen goes the other way, no one picked her up, missing the right-handed layup. Rebound, though, for Huzar, as they're able to dish it back out to Jalbert. Driving kick to Melander now, and another second chance opportunity for the Jags. Huzar will see it here, couple of dribbles being guarded by Sherwhite. As Huzar trying to get by Sherwhite, help comes, but a little bit late off the window, and Cadence takes advantage of it. She's got 5, her first made field goal. And her third tie of the quarter. As Haug sees this one here, and this will be a foul. They give it to Flanagan. Foul will be assessed on Northern Cass. This would be on Melander, her first, team's third, with 1:39 left to play in the first quarter. Central Cass, McKinley, the 5'7 freshman in the front court. As they see this one to the right-handed side to Sherwhite. Back to Haug, rips it through. Bounce past Sherwhite at the wing, trying to get by Tess, and Jalbert will get caught with her hand in the cookie jar. Foul on the way here for Tess, her first, the team's fourth. Both teams in the bonus for the remainder here of quarter number 1. Inbounding the basketball will be Haug on the way here for Central Cass. Haug will see it to Severson, back to Sherwhite. Sherwhite with the ball fake. Haug will come off the screen. Haug will crow hop into the paint, throws this one up off the window. No rebound. Won by Ryder, her second. Huzar outlet will give it now to Olsen. Bounce pass to Tess. Jalbert, left pocket three, no. One-handed sky and rebound for Flanagan. And then Flanagan gets tied up with by the other number 12 here in Olsen. And it will remain Central Cass basketball. Substitution into the game as Convervig will check in here for Verkeelen. Full court pressure defense for the Jags, trying to see if they can get another steal or possibly a jump ball and get the arrow and the possession right back on their side. Haug with the pass to Severson up the floor to Convervig. Convervig looks for a teammate, finds one now. Back up top to Severson, open right of the key. Triple coming off the side of the rim. And a board to Ryder, her third of the game. Carly's had a good game on the glass so far, and the same for Northern Cass. Huzar will see this one. Little pick and roll screen by Olsen. Huzar will give it to Liv. Liv with a shot fake. Back up top to Ryder. Ryder with it. Little 4-out, one in. The one goes on the inside. A nice move by Cadence. Huzar now with 7. Jags lead it by 2. Central Cass looking to get across the 10-second line. They do, and good dribble there by Flanagan to relieve pressure as well. Now it goes to Haug. Haug will see it here. Skip to Flanagan. Now to the baseline. Sherwhite. Sherwhite steps through. Gives one to Haug here inside the paint with the left hand. Runner up and in. Haug has 5. We're tied at 12. Full court pressure defense here for the Squirrels. Huzar with 5 seconds, trying to get by Sherwhite with 3. Gets to the paint with 2 with 1. Huzar unable to finish at the rim. Good take, however. We're tied at 12 on the Bank North scoreboard after 8 minutes play. It's Region 1A girls basketball here tonight in Castleton.
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Ego, and Craftsman Power Tools. Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting section, and check out their different paint mixing options from Benjamin Moore, Clark and Kensington, and Royal. From their grills to Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to the Customer Laser Engraving Center. Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
On the Bank North scoreboard, tied at 12 apiece. Bank North been a trusted financial partner for generations, helping customers and communities build, grow, and prosper. Visit banknorth.bank. That's banknorth.bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Jags led by the 7 of Huzar in that first quarter play. They went 5 of 6 from the free throw line with 11 rebounds. Open on the inside goes Jalbert. No one guarded Tess as she cut hard to the paint. Give the assist to Cadence, and now the Squirrels will see it in the front court. Severson able to break this one. They give it to Wald. Wald on the right baseline and tapped out of bounds. Central Cass led by the 5 of Haug and the 5 by Flanagan. The Squirrels with 2 3-pointers in that first quarter and just 4 rebounds here tonight. As Central Cass will inbound it as they do with Haug here. Haug takes a couple of dribbles, looking for a teammate. Then will shoot the 3-pointer as they go underneath the screen. Rebound goes down to Hushka. Hushka will give it back up top, up and over to Wald on the inside, who gets fouled. Morgan Wald had Huzar on her hip, and Cadence going to pick up the foul. Her third, team's first of the quarter. And free throws upcoming on the way for Morgan Wald, the 5'10 sophomore forward. Free throw attempt is up, and this one is short. Substitution into the game for the Jags will be Nyla Erickson. Also, Brimley Winterquist will check in, as well as Tesh Jalbert and Huzar will check out of the game. Free throw attempt number 2 on the way for Morgan. First free throws of the game for Central Cass, and Wald goes 1 of 2 from the stripe. Brings the Squirrels back within 1 here, as Northern Cass trying to reverse out of some trouble. There's Melander, and there's a foul. Foul on the Squirrels, as this foul will be assessed on Kinley. Haug will pick up her first and the team's first here with 7:18 left to play in the quarter. For Northern Cass right now, they'll go high post. They'll see it now with Winterquist. Jab with the step to Ryder. Ryder being guarded by Kovrig. Right-hand side to Melander. Melander with it, looks for a teammate. Back to Ryder on the inside goes Olsen. Olsen and Severson banging on the interior, and this one will be tapped out of bounds. That's been a good matchup both offensively and defensively, no matter how you slice it, guarding each other, going up against each other between those two. As the shot did hit iron, then went out of bounds on the tip, so a fresh 35 here for the Jakes to work with. Melander, right-handed side, as this one goes to Erickson. Erickson nearly lost the ball as Erickson being hounded defensively. Pass goes on the interior, bounce pass to Olsen now on the inside. Liv able to give it now to Melander with 18 seconds on the shot clock. Melander takes a screen by Ryder on the pick and pop. Ryder at the left-handed side. She has range to shoot it from there. Ball will be out of bounds. Last touch off of Ryder. Turnover here for the Jags, their fourth of the contest. As Jalbert will check back in, coming out will be Olsen after a little breather for Tess. Region A girls hoops tonight here in Castleton to open up the week, and happy holidays to you and yours as well as we're nearing into that Christmas, New Year's kind of a season. Ball goes right wing to Haug, back to left-hand side. Open, shooting three-pointer is up, no good by Hushka. Rebound underneath, put back good for two, though, for Miss Morgan Wald. 8 large points off the bench for Jay Bachmann's club between Wald and also Flanagan here tonight. That could be an early story of the game from a Central Cass perspective, as Huzar will check in and Melander will check out of the contest with 6:14 left to play in the first half. Story has been the free throw ability for the Jags to get to the line, 5 of 6. Well, it's been the three-pointers for the Squirrels. Second chance opportunities for Northern Cass, then kind of the bench points here for the Squirrels. Huzar's going to drive, and ripping this one away is Hushka. Hushka goes up the other side of the floor to Kenley. Look at the spin move, left-handed scoop for two. Oh, how do you do, Miss Kenley Haug? She's got 7. 17-14 a timeout here for Colby Vanderwal. Hitting the B button on the spin there was the 5'7" freshman guard. What a move by Haug as the Squirrels lead it by 3. We'll take a break with them on the Bank North scoreboard.
If you're ready to save time, aggravation, and money, the team at Weber Insurance is here and ready to make the process as painless as possible. Weber Insurance makes sure you find the best insurance because their agency is 100% independent. They have the freedom to shop the marketplace and find the best possible combination of cost and coverage. Talk with Dan, Carol, Leslie, or Craig to get a quote started today, or go online to weberinsurance.net. Call, click, text, or stop in at Weber Insurance, locally owned in Castleton.
High school basketball here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com. Thank you so much for tuning in to our broadcast here as the Central Cass Squirrels have a 17-14 lead, outscoring the Jags 5-2 here in the second quarter. Timeout brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual. They provide insurance products all of southeastern North Dakota, a local company providing local service to all of their policyholders. Visit CassCountyMutual.com. That's CassCountyMutual.com to find an agent near you at Cass County Mutual. 17-14 as the timeout here for Colby Vanderwal. Both him and Jay Bachmann have taken one timeout here in the opening half. Full court pressure defense for the Squirrels. Huzar handling that point guard duty, leaves it to Tesh. Jalbert, ball fake back to Huzar. Huzar's going to drive hard on the inside, left-handed scoop shot, counted on the continuation. It's an and one for the 8th grader. Huzar chancing into double digits at the free throw line. Foul will be assessed on Hushka, her second, team second. And Huzar now with 9 points. Central Cass with 2 players with 2 with Verkeelen and Hushka. Free throw is up and in. And now we're tied at 17 apiece. 5 ties so far here in this basketball opening half. Able to break the press. Kovrig left-handed side with the basketball. Gives it back up top, and Huzar snatches it out of the air. Cadence near sideline. That'll go to Ryder. Carley's going to drive. Can't get it to go. Ball underneath is still loose. It's on the deck. Nice find by Ryder to Melander here as they give this one now back up top to Jalbert. Tess looking for a ball screen. Takes one there from Brindley. Back around the world to Ryder with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Good help defensively by Haug. Ball on the inside to Huzar. Huzar looking for a cunning teammate. Doesn't find Tess, but open as Ryder. Three-pointer is short. doesn't draw iron, goes out of bounds, and it will be Central Cass with the basketball. Flanagan will check back in alongside with Verkeelen for the Squirrels, while Liv Olson will check in here for the Jags, as Winterquist will check out for Northern Cass. On the opposite side here, able to see Kavervig and alongside Hushka checking out for the Squirrels. Neither team has gone out and hit in this one. Been about a tie, one maybe two possession lead at most for either one of these teams. Severson gives it high post, extra fine right wing three-pointer is up and in. Nice rainbow three for Flanagan. Good ball movement, and the Squirrels have hit their third three-pointer of the contest. Huszar able to beat everybody down the floor to Olsen, missing the layup from the left block, and a rebound here for the Squirrels with Haug, her second. Haug bounce pass up the floor in this one, trying to wrap around to Severson by Verkeelen, and we'll get a timeout here for Jay Bachmann. We'll break as well. 4:21 left to play in the opening half. Central Cass leads it by 3.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Third time out of the contest so far between these two teams. The second one for Jay Bachmann and the Central Cass Squirrels as they lead it by 3, 20-17. Time out on the floor, brought to you in part by Ryan Tope with Tope Insurance in Castleton at 701-347-4045. Huszar up the floor near sideline to Melander. Melander will handle the rock back to Huszar. She's open. She can spot it up, shoot it, and book it. Candace Huszar with 13 points in the first made 3 here of the night for Northern Cass. Tied at 20 apiece. Central Cass with Haug in the front court taking the rub screen from Severson. Verkeelen looking backdoor for Liv, and she made a good cut, not a bad pass by Verkeelen just over the outstretched arm of Liv there. Turnover number 6 for Central Cass. Something Jay Bachmann mentioned in the pregame show, just wanted to see his team continue to play fast, kind of get up and down the floor when they can, but right now also a squad with some varsity experience and others getting that first crack this season at a starting job or a role. Shot will be missed by Ryder. Rebound comes down to Liv. Back to Ryder here. Second chance opportunities is developing a theme here. Ryder now with 4. And Northern Cass with the lead here as they had a little 5-0 run. Haug left and inside to Severson up and over on the inside and ripping the ball away. This could be on the help as Morgan Wald. We'll see this on the baseline. Foul will be assessed here on test. That'll be Jalbert, her second, team second. So you have 3 on Huszar and 2 on Tess Jalbert right now for the Jags. Fresh 35 of the shot clock here in the second quarter. Severson on the inbounds. Able to find a teammate there to relieve pressure to Flanagan. Flanagan taking a couple of dribbles. Tess with the poke. And this one will go out of bounds. Nearly able to get the steal. Flanagan, though, has played large so far here tonight for Central Cass. She has 8 points in the contest. Able to see it here in the backcourt, and there's a little foul by Carson Melander, her second, and the team's third. So the next one will be the last one that Northern Cass has to give. And for the Jags, Melander and Jalbert now both with 2 fouls. All teams aggressive would be a word here in this first half, trying to cause some havoc defensively. As Ryder gets this one out of bounds. And a turnover, not a turnover, ball goes out of bounds. Trying to force a turnover there is Northern Cass. Ball will go to Severson. Severson looking backdoor on the cut. Verkeelen to the paint, and she gets fouled. And Verkeelen will head to the free throw line to shoot 2 for the sophomore. As JC will head to the stripe. Free throw will be assessed here on Northern Cass. This will be on Ryder, her first, the team's 4th. And 2 free throws upcoming for the Squirrels. They're 1 of 2 from the free throw line. As Verkeelen hits this one up and in. As Verkeelen, free throw attempt number 2 upcoming. Right-handed toss is also good. Verkeelen 2 for 2 from the line. Didn't even need rim. Nothing but the net here from the stripe as Severson gets a steal. And then Liv will see this one be off the hands of Ryder as Ryder takes a tumble right in front of head coach Kobe Vanderwal to get His teammate, player back up on the court. Ball goes left and inside of the baseline is Verkeelen. Verkeelen with the skip near side with it. Now goes Haug. Haug with the ball fake, leaves it left-handed side to Flanagan. Flanagan to Verkeelen. Left wing three-pointer is going to go long. Rebound tipped out of bounds, and it will be last touch here by Central Cass with Haug. Tell you what, these two teams getting on the floor after it tonight, both in terms of rebounding, but also the loose ball. Seen a myriad of jump balls so far here in the first half of play, tied at 22. Northern Cass Huszar to Tess. Jalbert will handle the ball here. Able to give it back up top. Huszar will take the screen. Huszar at the left wing. They go underneath. The three-pointer here for Cadence off the iron backside rebound. Severson, make that Olsen and count it. Liv Olsen with an and one. Foul will be on Severson. That'll be her first, team's third. And for Liv Olsen right now, have herself a particular half. She's got 3 points, 5 rebounds here for Liv. Chance at the three-point play is up and good. 4 different players in the scoring column here for the Jags in the second quarter. They lead it by 3 on that Bank North scoreboard. Ball goes right-hand side, back up top now to Severson. Severson gives it to the high post to Wald. Back around the world, Verkeelen jumper, baseline long. Rebound to Tess, and then a foul here on Central Cass. Foul on Flanagan, her first, team's fourth. Both teams for the remainder of the half will be in the bonus. With 2:16 left to play here in the first half. Next jump ball will favor Central Cass. As Huszar able to get by Haug in the front court. Huszar will take a ball screen here from Liv, looking for a teammate, now to Ryder. Ryder left wing to a cutting Jalbert, now to Liv. Little flex offense by the Jags. Ball back to Ryder here as Ryder gives this one back to right wing to Tess. Jalbert with 15 on the shot clock, now to Huszar. Gives it to Tess. Tess right-handed side, little pick and roll action, and a foul on the way for Central Cass. Morgan Wald will pick up the foul, her first, team's fifth, and 2 free throws upcoming for Jalbert and Northern Cass. The Jags have been to the free throw line 8 times tonight. They have made 7 of them. While on the opposite side, Central Cass is 3 for 4 from the stripe. This to make it a 2-possession game here for Jalbert. Free throw attempt is up, and it's good. Tess now with 5 points in the game and 4 rebounds for the 5'8 senior forward. Free throw attempt number 2 for Northern Cass. Is in and out, no good. Rebound on the inside here for Severson. Then you're going to get a foul in the backcourt, and this is going to be a costly one by Cadence because Huszar will pick up her 4th foul in the half, and it'll be 2 free throws upcoming now for Central Cass with Liv Severson. So Liv will go to the free throw line to shoot 2, and a costly foul at that again with those 4 personal fouls. As Northern Cass now will have Jalbert with 2 and Melander with 2 as well in terms of that foul situation. While for Severson, she'll shoot her first free throw attempts of the night. Liv, free throw attempt is up and good. She's got 3. As now coming into the game will be Erickson for the Jags. Checking back in for the Squirrels will be Hushka. Free throw attempt number 2 to try to cut this to a 2-point game. As Severson goes 2 for 2 from the stripe. Back to a 2-point game here late in the first half. Melander able to get this one the front court. Good hustle back by Hushka there to get in front of Melander. Melander right-hand side sets up the offense to Erickson. Erickson bounce pass here to Liv, but this one will go out of bounds on the baseline. Turnover for the Jags. As they'll see it now for Central Cass. As Haug bring this one to front court, right-handed side, high post touch, able to work it up top. Haug with the three-pointers up and in. Tickles a twine from 19-9. Haug with 10 and her second made 3. Ryder sees this in the front court. Carly to the paint, left-handed layup up and good. Carly Ryder now with 6. Back and forth we go between the Squirrels and the Jags. Right-handed side as this will go to Haug. Haug with the basketball, leaves it right wing to Flanagan. Up top as they reverse it to Hushka. Hushka with the ball fake, 20 seconds on the shot clock. A little 2-3 zone here. Jumper on the way is up and off the mark, no good. Rebound for Kovarevic here, and the Squirrels will have a quick three-pointer in with the rim rattle and roll. Flanagan with the triple. Now with 11, her third made three as it goes up the other side of the floor, and this will be a turnover for Northern Cass. 36.2 seconds to play in the first half, 30-28, and a very entertaining back and forth kind of a basketball game, as this will be out of bounds. And last touch here by Central Cass, their 7th turnover. Haven't really needed to worry about a shot clock here tonight with the tempo and the pace of these two teams quickly getting to the front court. You don't need to worry about it for the remainder 30 seconds of the half. Both teams again in the bonus. Next jump favors Central Cass. Ryder makes her way to the paint, lost her balance, able to have a good dribbling performance. And the jump ball immediately here with Flanagan, and it will be Central Cass basketball. As Carly Ryder was kind of working on her best crisscross moves right there in terms of that dribbling prowess as she lost her balance. Central Cass with Severson looking to inbound it. Tess nearly got the steal. Back to Liv here as Severson goes up the far sideline on a foul by Olsen. Liv Olsen will pick up the foul, her first, as Liv Severson will head to the free throw line. Now with 4 points and a chance to add to it here and give the Squirrels an even larger lead in this contest. Free throw opportunities on the way here for the 5'10 senior forward. Severson free throw attempt is up and good. Part of that third place team at the state volleyball tournament this season for Liv Severson and head coach Dana Stansberry. Going 2 for 1 at the state volleyball tournament. Awfully competitive Division A region this season for Central Cass. Alongside Mayport CG, who eventually won the championship over Valley City. Here in the front court goes Ryder. Ryder, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, bounce pass to Tess. Jalbert lost the ball out of bounds with 0.8 left to play in the half. And at this situation, if you're Northern Cass, just keep the ball in front of you. Don't commit a foul here, as it's pretty much a catch-and-shoot situation for the Squirrels. Severson looking for the home run ball to Convick. There's the catch, there's the shot, and that'll go short, and that's how we'll end our first half of play. After one half of play on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, 32-28. Central Cass with the advantage. Coming up, we'll get to our halftime show, brought to you in part by Farmers Union, Wasleen Kramer Agency here in Castleton.
Sywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro is your one-stop shop for gifts and home improvements. Check out the huge display of DeWalt power tools. They accept Hillsboro Christmas cash, making holiday shopping even easier. And explore all major name brand appliances, floor covering, cabinets, windows, doors, and much more. Find everything you need for all seasons, including this special holiday season when you shop at Sywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro, open Monday through Saturday.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit agassisales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
As we come back at the half, brought to you in part by Farmers Union, Wasleen Kramer Agency. Here with Scott and Tyler in Castleton. Get the great rates and the local small town service that you expect with Scott and Tyler here in Castleton at Farmers Union, Wasleen Kramer Agency. Chase Mueller with you, alongside with Melina Ellenson running camera for us tonight here in Castleton. Thanks so much for tuning in to our broadcast here, and happy holidays to you and yours as well. Take a look at the first Half numbers, 12 points apiece for both teams in the first quarter, 20 points in the second stanza for Central Cass, and 16 points in the second 8 minutes here for Northern Cass. Team numbers go like this. The Squirrels, 5 players in the scoring column. They've hit 5 3-pointers in this game, with 3 of them coming in the second quarter, 9 rebounds and 7 turnovers. For the Jags, they've had 4 players in the scoring column. They're 8 of 10 from the free throw line. 1 made triple by Cadence Huzar in the second quarter, 15 rebounds to 9 turnovers. Individually, 11 points for Flanagan off the bench, with 3 threes as well here for the Squirrels. 10 points for Kinley Haug. Haug with 10 points, 5 points in the first quarter and 5 in the second. 6 points for Liv Severson, 4 for 4 from the stripe. You got 3 points for Morgan Wald, 2 points in the way for J.C. Verkeelen, a couple of boards for Abby Convig, and a rebound for Edison Hushka as well. Again, the Squirrels led by the 11 of Flanagan and the 10 by Haug. Northern Cass individually, Cadence Huzar has 4 personal fouls, but she leads the floor with 13 points. 4 of 5 from the free throw line with 1 made 3 and 2 rebounds. Huzar with 13 points. 6 points then for Cardi Ryler with 4 rebounds. You have 5 points, 4 boards for Tesh Jalbert, 1 of 2 from the stripe, and 4 rebounds and 5 boards for Liv Olson here in the opening 16 minutes of play. Northern Cass again led by the 13 of Huzar and the 6 by Ryder. When we come back, we'll take a look at your out-of-town scoreboard, let you know what's to come for Central Cass and Northern Cass. That and more still on our halftime show, brought to you in part by Farmers Union, Wasley and Kramer Agency here in Castleton.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
At Cass County Mutual Insurance Company, they provide services to homeowners, farm owners, tenants, seasonal dwellings, mobile homes, and farm and personal liability. Cass County Mutual Insurance provides local service to all policyholders and is working with clients in 19 counties in the southeast portion of North Dakota. For more information about Cass County Mutual Insurance Company or to find an agent closest to you, go online to CassCountyMutualInsuranceCompany.com and use their agent locator. At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471. Since its beginning, the Central Cass Booster Club has generated and helped sustain fan interest in the men's and women's athletic programs at Central Cass High School. Through the years, that mission has broadened to also enhance the youth programs throughout the community. For more information, search Central Cass Booster Club on Facebook or email centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. That's centralcassboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Squirrels! As we continue here on our halftime show with Scott and Tyler, your local small town agents in Castleton and surrounding communities, whether it's crop to farm to health and life, commercial or recreational insurance. Come visit Scott and Tyler in Castleton for the great rates here and the local service. Taking a look at what's to come here on YourLiveEvent.com throughout the rest of the week, and also with these two respective clubs here with Northern Cass and alongside Central Cass. Our next Northern Cass broadcast will be tomorrow night with a boys and wrestling girls and boys triangular. 5 o'clock will be when wrestling coverage gets underway tomorrow evening. Again, the Northern Cass boys and girls wrestling triangular will be the next broadcast here when it comes to wrestling here on YourLiveEvent.com. We'll also have Kindred and West Fargo Horse for our boys and girls wrestling duel tomorrow as well. From there, take a look ahead. You'll have Thursday Central Cass boys
wrestling triangular with West Fargo, Cheyenne, and Fargo North. That'll be at 5 o'clock here in Castleton. Come on out and support the Squirrels wrestlers in person. If you can't, we'll have it for you on Thursday night at 5 o'clock right here on yourliveevent.com. And if you're coming out to Castleton, you can double dip, get boys wrestling at 5 with the varsity game with Langdon Area Munich and Central Cass scheduled to get underway at 7 o'clock for boys basketball. Fingers crossed on what Mother Nature kind of has to provide between Wednesday and Thursday, but that's our next Central Cass broadcast. And then the girls basketball team, they're going to be at Oak Grove, so we got you covered for a triple play as Central Cass girls at Oak Grove on Thursday night. And then from there, you'll have Langdon Area Munich boys basketball here in Castleton against Central Cass, and then Central Cass boys wrestling with triangular with Cheyenne and North. Northern Cass, next girls basketball game on yourliveevent.com. Going to be scheduled for Thursday at Kindred. Again, that'll be on Thursday night, and then we get you ready for the weekend. And a reminder, on Saturday, we'll have the Cobber Classic for you. 7 games from Concordia. Number 1, come on out and support the high school athletes in person at Memorial Auditorium. If you can't, check out our website, yourliveevent.com. Coverage from 9:30 in the morning until about 10 o'clock at night for 7 boys basketball games. Oak Grove and Barnesville will tip things off at 9:45. St. Peter's will play Central Cass at 1:15. And then from there, some other games with some area towns, Park Christian and Perm. You have Detroit Lakes and Fargo Davies at 6:30. Then at 8:15, Moorhead and West Fargo Horace. Again, that's the Cobber Classic for boys basketball on Saturday right here on yourliveevent.com from Concordia. At the half again, Northern Cass and Central Cass. The Squirrels lead it by 4. 11 points for Flanagan off the bench with 3 threes, while for Northern Cass led by Huzar with 13 points. Back with our second half next. That does it for a halftime show brought to you in part by Farmers Union, Wasling Kramer Agency here in Castleton.
At the Central Cass School District, excellence isn't just a goal. It's our mission by empowering individuals to make a positive impact. Central Cass School District is dedicated to providing students with an innovative curriculum supported by a variety of co-curricular activities from athletics and the arts to leadership and service, aiming to provide excellence between students, staff, family, and community. Central Cass School District, fostering student excellence by inspiring individuals to be their best.
Give them the freedom to grow with the peace of mind of security and safety.
Let me do my thing. So get ready, get up, get ready, yeah.
America's Best Checking for students from Bell Bank makes it easy to let them do their thing.
It's what it's all about.
Visit www.bell.bank/student-checking to learn more. Or stop into a branch near you to open an account today.
Let me do my thing.
Bell Bank, member FDIC.
That'll be Northern Cass to get the ball to open up our second half of play. Our officiating crew here tonight, Brent Winter, Connor Dunn, and Jordan Larson here for our 3-man officiating crew for more high school sports. Got hockey, wrestling, and basketball coming up tomorrow evening. Busy day of prep sports. Get you through to about that Monday before Christmas coming up on the 22nd. Then a week off in terms of high school athletics here on yourliveevent.com for our coverage over the holidays. Handful of games on the 29th and the 30th. Then nothing after that on the 31st or the 1st, pending what Mother Nature has in store. So we have seen some years where you have to make up games on either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day a little bit from there as well. As we see this one on its way for Tesh Jalbert coming off on the flex screen, making their way to Melander. Left and inside to Ryder. Ryder will handle it back up top, as with it now is going to be Huzar. Sends it left, right wing to Jalbert. Jalbert doesn't take the pick by Olsen as Tess goes up. A little hand defensively there by Howe, got a piece of it. Now to Melander. 3-pointer is up off the mark, no good. And a board underneath here for Severson. So Severson able to clear the window on the way as they handle it now to Severson. She'll shoot the right to the key 3. She's got 9 on the way here for Central Cass. So nice opening triple here for Severson. Squirrels with their largest lead of the game here at 7-15. Nice ankle cross the other side of the floor for Huzar. That was smooth. Huzar with 15. Now for Northern Cass and Central Cass, their last 2 meetings have been either a 3-point game or a 6-point game. Since the inception of the 3-division basketball system, the teams have won 2 and lost 2 against each other. Here goes Haug with an ankle crossover, 3-pointer no. Rebound goes to Covervig. Back up top, 3-pointer on the way for Severson, grazes the front iron. And a loose ball here for Liv Olsen. Olsen gets her 6th board of the game. Now it's to Huszar trying to make it a one-possession game here for Northern Cass as they trail on that Bank North scoreboard. Melander right wing. Jalbert comes through, coming off that stagger to Huszar. She'll shoot. The three-pointer is up and good. Cadence Huszar with 18 points, her second made three. As they see this one now for Haug. Haug right-handed side here for Central Cass. We'll see it with Hushka. Hushka takes the ball screen to Kovrig, able to reverse it left-handed side now to Haug. Haug will utilize the basketball here, crossing over, able to spin with Melander. Walls are off now to Severson. Severson with a couple of dribbles to Hushka. Hushka with the ball, fake 10 seconds on the shot clock. Hushka drive to Kovrig, left-handed side to Liv. Liv with 5 seconds here. Now with 4, gives it to Kovrig, back to Liv. Good give and go action to the paint for 2. He couldn't have drawn it up any better. Severson with 11. Nice give and go, especially with under 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Back left-handed side, three-pointer. Ryder's going to hit the front iron. No, rebound tip from Olsen right to Carly. Ryder off the window. Can't get that one. It's a loose ball, and Ryder able to see it again. Ball will be up top. Jalbert, three-pointer coming is up and nothing but twine. Tess has scored in every quarter. She's got 8. Second chance opportunities here for the Jags. Haug will utilize the basketball here to the right-handed side as this one goes to Verkeelen. Back up top to Haug. Little zone defense by the Jags. Verkeelen open, looking for the answer. 3, yes, sir. J.C. Verkeelen now with 5. Central Cass and the Jags back and forth with some buckets here in the opening 3 minutes of the second half. Huszar taking a couple of dribbles here between the rings. Near sideline of Melander. Melander looking for it as a pick on the post. Jalbert posting up. Now to left-handed side to Ryder. As Ryder asking for a ball screen, doesn't take it. Goes hard to the paint, driving kick, but right to her teammates that were sitting out of bounds on the bench. Turnover here on the Jags, their first of the half, as we'll see a substitution into the game as Sophie Sherwhite will check in here for Central Cass. Central Cass with 3 timeouts remaining. Well, for Northern Cass, they have 4 on that Bank North scoreboard. Haug left in a dribble, goes between the legs and throws it out of bounds, thinking Verkeelen was sliding down a little bit more on the wing than what she was. Turnover here on Central Cass. A game that's just over 50 minutes old tonight in Castleton. Melander, right-hand side of Tess. Jalbert back up top to Ryder. Ryder looking for a teammate, nothing there. Huszar going backdoor on the cut. She gets fouled and nearly converted the and one. Ryder with a tough pass to Huszar, and Huszar able to head to the free throw line to shoot 2 as getting the hand coming across here on Central Cass on Sherwhite. Her second, team's first of the quarter, and Huszar with 2 free throw attempts upcoming. 18 points on the game. Free throw attempt is up and good. Now make it 19 points. 5 of 6 from the free throw line here for Cadence. Free throw attempt number 2 upcoming to make it a 2-point contest. Free throw attempt number 2 is up and in. Huszar with 20 of the Jags, 38 points here tonight. Then from there you have 8 points for Jalbert, 6 for Ryder. High post, ball will go left wing, back up top to Haug. They reverse it to Verkeelen here for the Squirrels. Verkeelen to Haug, looking for it to Sherwhite. Jumper just inside the three-point line, off the iron. Tess will get the loose ball, rips it away by Kavervig. And we'll see it to Huszar up the floor to Melander. Melander stops the action. Now to Tess. Tess with a shot fake here. Leaves it Ryder. This for the lead from the right wing. 3 is good. Carly Ryder with the triple. Third made 3 for the Jags, and it's a big one as they lead it by 1. Other side, Haug will see this at the free throw line. Comes into a crow hop and count it. Nice move from Kenley Haug. Able to get the and one. Foul on Tesh. Jalbert will pick up her 3rd. Team's first of the quarter. And an and one here for Haug. Kenley's got 12 points in the game as checking in is Flanagan for Kavervig. 12 for Haug. You have 11 for Severson and 11 for Flanagan here for the Squirrels. Free throw attempt is up and good. Central Cass 8 of 9 from the stripe here for Haug, and the Squirrels lead it by 2. In the front court goes Melander. Now to Jalbert. Tess going to drive hard on Severson, and we get a tie-up with Haug and Tess Jalbert. The arrow will make its way towards Central Cass. As this contest, the Squirrels got up by 3 scores briefly to make it to 7 quickly. The Jags came out in front, and now Central Cass leads it by 2. Severson breaks the press, finds it to Verkeelen. Nice find inside to Sherwhite. Can't get the roll to go, but Sherwhite stays with it. Kick out as they work it back up top. Now the left wing 3-pointers off the mark, no good. Huzor with the rebound. Good look, though, if you're Central Cass, you'll tank it with Flanagan, who's already hit 3 threes in the game. Huzor taking a crossover. Sherwhite trying to wall her off up top to Ryder. Ryder sees this one. Jalbert going to take the screen. Ryder looking for a teammate, being hounded by Verkeelen. Olsen near sideline. Melander now to the baseline. Up and over on the pass to Liv, looking for the reversal. Right-handed scoop for 2. Able to give Jalbert the assist. Give Olsen the 2 points. She's got 6. Tied at 43 apiece. Near sideline, Severson for the answer. 3-pointer rim and in. Liv Severson. 8 in the quarter, 14 on this Monday night. Front court, Melander sees it, uses up her dribble. Question, was this deflected or no? The answer is no. Turnover here on Northern Cass, their 11th. This has been a flurry of scoring in this third quarter for the Squirrels. They have put 14 points up, while on the opposite side it's been 17 points put up here for Northern Cass. We still have over 2 minutes to play. Here goes Haug, 3-pointer long. Rebound, though, on the way for Severson. Liv will give it back to Kenley. Haug with the step. They're trying to finish with the left hand. Able to do so. Ambidextrous. Here's Kenley Haug with 15. Full court pressure defense. Olsen able to break it in the front court for the Jags. Leaves it now. Huzar, top of the key. Goes between the legs. Rainbow 3 finds a pot of gold. Huzar now with 23 on the night. Her third made 3. Back to a 2-point margin here in the quarter. Right-handed side, Haug to the baseline with it. 3-pointer answering. Yes, sir! J.C. Verkeelen with her second triple of the quarter. I would not want to play horse or pig tonight with these shooters. They are shooting it really well here for an early season basketball game. Ryder, right-handed side, ball gets tapped out of bounds, and this will be off of Central Cass. Substitutions into the game. Nyla Erickson and Emma Humdenis. The 5'6 senior will check in with the 5'5 guard as well with Erickson. Substitutions here for the Jags late, as Melander and Ryder will check out. Jalbert, 3-pointer, right wing off the backboard, no good. Rebound comes down to Liv. She's had a couple here in the quarter so far. Pushing the ball up the floor, Verkeelen to Haug, right-handed side as it goes to Flanagan. Back to Haug here. She looks on the interior. Verkeelen able to swing it. Sherwhite jumper, left wing short. Able to follow her own shot, though. Ball still on the deck, and eventually we'll get a timeout here with the possession for Northern Cass. Is getting on the floor is going to be Liv Olsen. Liv with her 8th rebound of the game, and a timeout for Kobe Vanderwal. We'll break as well. 59.4 left to play here in the third quarter.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Timeout on the floor brought to you in part by Cass County Mutual. Get in touch with Lindsey Johnson and the crew at Cass County Mutual as they provide insurance products all of southeastern North Dakota. Local company providing local service to all their policyholders. Visit CassCountyMutual.com. That again is CassCountyMutual.com to find an agent near you. Chase Miller with you here on this Monday night for a highly competitive, entertaining Region 1A girls basketball contest here, as we get you ready for another full week of prep sports here on your liveevent.com. It was tied at 12 after one quarter. Central Cass led 32-28 at the half, and both teams just continuing to add on to their point total here. Coming in, the Squirrels averaging 49 points per contest, the Jags 45, albeit just 4 games for Northern Cass and 3 games for Central Cass. The Jags will handle it right-handed side as they'll handle it. Now with Erickson coming off that staggered is Huzar. Huzar back to the right wing to Tess. 17 on the shot clock. Huzar sets it up. Back to Jalbert. Jalbert will see this one through. Looking for a screen on the inside. Able to tiptoe the end line. Finds it. Erickson, left wing three-pointer is up off the iron. No rebound to Liv. Severson with rebound after rebound here in the quarter. Haug, right wing, gives it to Hushka. Back to Kenley, trailing, launching, shooting, and this one goes off the back iron. No rebound, out of bounds. Last touch here by Northern Cass. 16.2 seconds to play in the third quarter. Substitution will come in now for Brinley Winterquist and for Tash Jalbert here for the Jakes. Most points scored this season, 56 for the Squirrels up in Langdon back on December the 8th. Well, for Northern Cass, 68 against Lisbon in their season opener. Severson, left-handed side. Haug will handle it. Now with 9 seconds. Near sideline. Able to take a couple of dribbles as Hushka. Hushka, hard driving kick. Right-handed side. Flanagan, three-pointers up and in to beat the horn. And that's how you put an exclamation point on the third quarter, where Central Cass hits 5 threes in the quarter. They got 10 in the game. 54-46. Squirrels up by 8 as we head to the fourth on the Bank North scoreboard.
In Hope, North Dakota, we aren't just a town, we're a community, one that you can be proud of, where you and your family can grow. With available jobs, affordable housing, a golf course and pool, the Sportsman Club, and great educational opportunities. There hasn't been a better time to join the Hope community, ideally located between Fargo, Grand Forks, and Jamestown. For more information, go to www.hopend.com. Live, work, and play in Hope, North Dakota.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Central Cass with the lead as we head to the fourth quarter play. 3 players in double digits. Haug with 15, Severson with 14, and Flanagan with 14. Northern Cass led by the 23 of Huzar, 9 for Ryder, and 8 from Jalbert here. It's an 8-point margin, largest lead here for Central Cass as we begin the final 8 minutes of regulation. Coming through the elevator screen here, nothing there for Erickson. Huzar will use up that dribble back up top to Nyla at the top of the key. Taking the ball screen here to the right wing as the Jags will handle it. Taking a couple of dribbles is Hovdenis. Hovdenis bounce pass to Huzar. Huzar inside the paint, drive kick to Erickson. Erickson left wing three is up, in and out, no good. Rebound tipped, and Severson able to save this one. Finds a teammate here on the opposite side now for Haug, working with it right to left. Haug left-handed dribble pullback, 17-footers up and in. Kinley Haug with 17 points. First double-digit lead for either club here tonight. And now it's Northern Cass looking for a bucket. Hovdenis takes the screen by Olsen. Rebound coming down for Kinley. And Haug will see this one, and a foul on the way. Be assessed on Northern Cass. This will be on Liv Olsen, her second, team's first of the fourth quarter. 7 minutes left to play here in the fourth. A couple substitutions will see Melander, Ryder, Jalbert, Olsen, and Huzar into the game as Northern Cass will go a little 1-3-1. Haug with Verkeelen, Sherwhite, Convervig, and Severson here on the floor for Central Cass. Sherwhite uses up that dribble, bounce pass Convervig at the high post, going short corner to Liv, skips it, extra pass. Here's Verkeelen, that pocket three! Yes, sir! J.C. Verkeelen now with 11, her third three of the half. It's raining threes here tonight in Castleton. They've hit 11 of them. Northern Cass has 4 of them in their own right. But right now, the difference is the +7 in that category here for Central Cass. And had a little hold here as Sherwhite trying to get in front of Huzar. Sophie will pick up the foul, her third, team's first of the quarter. Got 3 for Sherwhite, 2 on Hushka, and 2 on Verkeelen. Northern Cass with 4 on Huzar, 3 on Jalbert in terms of the foul situation. Olsen hands it off to Tess. Shot fake for Jalbert now with Ryder. That's a deep three-pointer on the way. In and out, no good. Rebound, another one like a broken record here to Liv in the quarter. Ball to near sideline. Verkeelen up top to Haug. Reverse it right wing. Sherwhite looking for the high post. Huzar got a hand on it. Bounce pass to Convig on the inside. Olsen got out in front, and we'll see a foul here. And this could be another one on Sherwhite, and it is. Sophie will pick up her 4th, the team's 2nd of the quarter. And a substitution as Edison Hushka will come in for the aforementioned Sherwhite. But if you're Central Cass right now, 5-0 run here on the way, as we have a little buzzing from the public address announcer area, able to get that situated here. Just a little reverb, 59-46 with under 6 minutes play. Turnover on the way here for Northern Cass as the Squirrels will see it now with Verkeelen. Verkeelen taking a couple of dribbles, trying to get by Ryder, and Carly going to pick up the body foul. It was Carly with the block, her 2nd, and the team's 2nd. And right now, Northern Cass down by 13. You don't have to chase the game quite yet, but you're getting closer to it. Or if you don't score in the next 60 seconds to 90 seconds and the Squirrels put up another bucket, you're going to be down by 15, and time will not be on their side. Rebound after the miss by Howe comes down here to Huzar. 4 points. Cadence playing really well early on here in the season. Ball will get skipped to Tess. Tess will see it to the right wing, looking for a teammate. Able to wrap this one around to Ryder. Ryder at the left of the key, taking a couple hard dribbles to the paint. Look at Carly. Ryder drive and score. The junior guard in double digits now with 11. Just what you needed from a Jake perspective, a stop and a score. Howe get the right-handed side. Taking the screen. They come on and show here for Tess. Haug with 20 seconds on the shot clock. High post to Liv. Back to Haug. Haug back to the baseline of Verkeelen here. Verkeelen will handle it back up top to Haug. 13 seconds on the shot clock. As Haug at the right wing. Free throw line extended. Taking the screen by Converbig. Tess comes up, plays a little defense. Oh, what a floater and a teardropper here by Kinley. Probing, shooting, and scoring. She's got 19 on the night. Melander will see this one now with under 5 minutes to play in the 4th. Melander, right-handed side to Tess. Jalbert looking for a teammate. Nice pick and roll. No backside defense. And then Olsen will just travel with the basketball. Howe got there late, but enough to force the turnover as a couple of fresh players into the game for Morgan Walden. Flanagan as well. Flanagan with 14 points and 4 made threes here for the Squirrels. Hushka gets on the floor with Melander. It's loose, and Ryder comes away with a steal. Ryder trying to go coast to coast, lost it. Olsen will see it. And then a foul here on Central Cass. This one will be their 3rd. Second to last one to give of the quarter before it's the bonus. Foul will be coming across here on Hushka, her 3rd as well as an individual. Substitution for the Jags. Inbounds for the Jags and an illegal screen. Never set. This will be on Jalbert. As Tess will pick up the foul, her 4th. And the team's 3rd. Full court pressure defense here for the Jags. Substitution will be checking on in here for Brimley Winterquist. Tied at 12 after 1 quarter. Play was 32-28 after the 2 quarters in favor of Central Cass. And the Squirrels got up by 8 going into the 4th quarter here. I've extended that lead. Haug in the front court, right-hand side. Shot fake on the way. Central Cass down the paint. A shot will be off the mark by Hushka. Rebound on the inside for Ryder, her 7th. Seeing this now for Huzar up the far sideline. Huzar to the left wing. Melander taking the little rub screen here now to Olsen. Melander with the shot fake. Gives it to Olsen. Back to the right-handed side. Brindley. Back to Liv. Liv looking for a cutting Ryder. Ryder posting up on the interior, and she's wearing Kinley Haug. That's the new season. As Haug will pick up the foul. Her 2nd. Team's 4th. That'll be the last one before it's the bonus. As you see, Sophie Sherwhite will check into the contest. And she'll check in for Edison Hushka. Make sure you stay tuned to our post-game show. Our player of the game, play of the contest, final numbers, and we'll hear from member of the winning team. That and more still to come here on our post-game report. Melander, right-handed side of Huzar on the interior looking for Liv. Nice tip there by Severson. Ball goes out of bounds. It will stay Northern Cass basketball. Getting to that point in the game from a Central Cass perspective, 2-3 more stops and he can eat some clock up here. You might put the game away. Well, if you're Northern Cass, you're kind of in that you need free throw attempts. Something needs to go through the cylinder. See if he can finish the game on a flurry of a run. Uzar gives it to Ryder. Ryder looking for a cutting teammate. Nothing there. Ryder able to spin. Double team comes. Drive kick. Winterquist will see this one. Able to give it back to Liv. Olsen at the free throw line looking back door for a teammate. Nice find off the window. Can't get it. But there's 2 free throws as we talked about. Brindley to the free throw line to shoot 2. Foul will be assessed on Morgan Wald. Her second, the team's 5th. Free throw attempts on the way here for Brindley. Free throw attempts. Right-handed toss is up and good. Brindley with the free throw. Gets it to a 12-point contest as Tess will check back in. But she'll come in for the shooter. If Brindley can hit this one, then Tess will come immediately in. If not, she'll have to wait till the next dead ball. As Brindley, free throw attempt is up and it's good. We'll go 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Jalbert will check into the game. Back to 11-point contest. And if you're Central Cass, you're up by 11, but the game by no means out of reach at this juncture where we've seen both the teams shoot well and get on quick runs here tonight. Haug top of the key, right-hand side to Sherwhite. Sherwhite back to Haug, reverse it, extra pass to left wing. 3-pointers up and in. Flanagan buries another one. She's got 17 and 5 made threes. And a foul here be assessed here on Central Cass then. Foul be assessed on Sherwhite, her 5th, and that'll be the evening here for Sophie. Sophie, able to play really good defense here tonight. If you're Jay Bachman, don't mind necessarily the fouls in terms of what Sophie was able to do and try to cause some havoc on the floor. As Carly Ryder heads to the free throw line to shoot 2. She's got 11 on the evening. Right-handed toss is up, and it's good. Now with 12. Big 3-pointer immediately by Flanagan, but then points go the other way for Northern Cass with the time not ticking. And the second free throw off the mark. Olsen gets the rebound, put back, block shot. Liv will stay with it. Looking for a teammate. Here is Liv. Gives it back to Melander to the wing. Here goes Ryder. Left pocket 3 is up and it's in. Carly Ryder with the triple. 15 on the night. This game back down to 10. Turnover for the Squirrels, and then there's a foul. Good hands by Huzar. Ball goes to Melander. She'll shoot 2. And the foul will be coming here on Flanagan, her second. And as we just said moments ago, this game by no means out of reach with where we've seen both clubs hit a flurry of threes, but also get to the free throw line here tonight and try to make the most out of it. As Melander trying to make 1 free throw to make it a 3-possession game. She's got 2 chances. Now she'll have 1. Substitution as coming in will be J.C. Verkeelen, as checking out will be Morgan Wald. And, you know, pressure is going to be coming if you're Jay Bachman and the Squirrels. With the Jags having 1 more foul before it's the bonus with just 3 team fouls here. Free throw attempt number 2 is short. Rebound, though, goes to Severson. Liv is going to be working around that double-digit rebounding by the time this one is done. Ball at the top with it is Severson. Severson leaves it now to Haug. Haug with the basketball, taking a couple of dribbles. Haug probing, shooting from 17. It's up off the mark, no good. Rebound comes down to Melander. Melander sees this one now for Northern Cass, down by 10. 2:15 to play here in the 4th quarter on the Bank North scoreboard. Ball out of bounds. It'll be last touch here off Central Cass. Central Cass doesn't necessarily need to take the 4 corners and take 35 seconds off a shot clock approach, but I'm sure for Jay Bachman will like the team to be very selective throughout the rest of this game. But first, they got to play a little defense. There's a right-handed layup for Huzar. She scored in every quarter. She's got a game-high 25, and it's back to an 8-point contest. Jags just keep on chipping away at this deficit. Couple of dribbles. Flanagan, right-hand side to Haug. Haug will see it here. Jags not going to foul with this juncture of the game. Back to a 3-possession margin. Flanagan at the right wing. Guarded there by Olsen. Shot clock now to 10. With it is Haug. Slips it to Severson. Severson right-handed side. Going to drive. There's a nice move by Flanagan. Shot no. Flanagan stays with the left-handed rebound. Put back. Can't get it to go. A board for Huszar, and then this one will be a timeout for Northern Cass. We'll break as well. 1:31 left to play in the fourth quarter. It's an 8-point game on your livevent.com.
Get ready to make a true impact on the farm. Introducing the HDSR series of staggered rippers from Degelman Industries. At the heart of the machine is the HDSR's staggered two-row setup, which allows for better trash flow and lower draft than an inline ripper. Featuring a shorter implement contour length, easier transport, and better compaction shattering ability than the competitors. The HDSR series from Degelman Industries is engineered tough. Visit our website for more information.
64-56 after after 3 quarters of play. It was 54-46. So currently a 10-2 run here in the fourth quarter. It was 54-46 currently for Northern Cass. 10 points in comparison to the 8 points here on the way for Central Cass, but it's been the last 2 minutes that has been pretty much Northern Cass finding the way to get some points on the board and make this very intriguing late. As they see this for Ryder, guarded on the way here for J.C. Verkeelen. Ball will go left-handed side. Couple of dribbles here for Northern Cass with Melander. Large possession to try to make it a 2-possession game here. Get a field goal or possibly some made free throws. Huszar top of the key. Huszar will see this. Back up top to Tess Jalbert. Jalbert with it. All screen action on the flex. Huszar looking for it on the inside. Open is Olsen. Olsen then gets mugged. Foul will be on Flanagan. Going to make her earn it. 2 free throws upcoming here for Liv, who's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. Awfully large free throws upcoming with 6:08 left to play. Free throw attempt is up. That's going to be off the mark. Second free throw attempt on the way will be upcoming. As the right-handed toss is going to be up and in and out, no good. Rebound here for Severson. So Severson's got her 9th rebound. It's a 3-possession game, and right now Central Cass can essentially play keep away if they want, but they'll shoot a 3. This could be the dagger. Shot will be short. Rebound comes down to Olsen. Outlet up the other side of the floor looking for Melander. Poked out of bounds. Now, Liv's got her 11th rebound. We got her down for 6 points and 11 boards, and for Northern Cass, still a chance to make it a 2-possession game here for the Jays. Got 2 timeouts remaining. Squirrels have 3. Ryder at the right wing taking a couple hard dribbles and a foul here, and this would be on Kenley Haug, I believe, as she was trying to get in front of Olsen. As foul will be on Haug. That'll be her 3rd. 2 free throws upcoming for Olsen, who is posting up Kenley on the inside. Pair of 5'7" players going at each other. Free throw here for Liv is going to be long. A timeout here for Jake Bachmann. 47.2 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. It's high school basketball on your live event.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of water.
No! Jeez Louise!
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball-sized hail, and a fast drop in temperature.
Oh, jeez. Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, let's take a look.
Oh, geez, moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
High school basketball here today on the Bank North scoreboard as we have a timeout on the floor brought to you in part by Tope Insurance. Get in touch with Ryan at Tope Insurance in Castleton for a quote or review of your policies. Give Tope Insurance a call at 701-347-4045. 64-56. It's an 8-point margin here on the fourth quarter as time is dwindling down for the Jags' perspective. Timeout for Central Cass. They'll have 2 remaining. As we'll see this on the way for the Jags with Liv Olsen with 47.2 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Free throws upcoming here for Liv as she missed that one, but she'll have a chance at the second one here. Trying to cut into this to make it a 7-point game. Free throw attempt for Liv is up and off the mark. Rebound going to be loose, and eventually Haug will come away with it. Kenley gets the loose ball. That's her 4th rebound. Haug in the front court. Melander's in a foul to try to stop the clock, and does right at 40 seconds. So from the Central Cass perspective right now, take care of the ball. Trying to put this game away at the free throw line. Well, if you're the Jakes, see if you can try to get a quick steal and a score, or possibly a jump ball. The next arrow does favor Central Cass. So there's the steal. Olsen will see this now in the front court. Right-handed side to Melander. Melander with it at the right baseline. And we'll see a timeout here for Kobe Vanderwal. 28.3 seconds left to play in the 4th quarter. Kobe will burn his second to last timeout here on your LiveVent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
64-56 here in the 4th quarter, as they'll see this one now on the near sideline. As Northern Cass with Huzar will give it to Melander here. Melander bounce pass to Olsen. Olsen's going to get to Jalbert here, and Jalbert, Huzar, and well, Haug and everybody else just kind of came in and said, well, just jump on the basketball, and there's a jump, and essentially a turnover here for the Jags, as Kopervig will check in now for Central Cass. The arrow again favors the Squirrels, as she will check in for Hushka. Up the far sideline will be Severson, as Kopervig will inbound the basketball. Kopervig will see this one in the back to Haug. Couple of hard dribbles on the way here. Haug with the left-handed hip-eye dribble, leaves it left-handed side, back up top. Northern Cass not fouling right now with this 8-point game, as they'll look to capitulate, and Central Cass Squirrels will pick up the win, improved to 3-1 on the season, 1-1 in the region. Northern Cass gave it a good effort here tonight, but falls short as they drop to 1-4 on the season and 1-1 in Region 1 play. 64-56, your final, as the Central Cass Squirrels able to finish with 12 three-pointers in the game, led by 19 of Haug, while for Northern Cass, they were led by the 25 of Cadence Huzar. Back on our post-game show after this.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right, Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Embrace the joy of community at Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, where wonderful neighbors and energetic minds come together. If you're seeking more than just a place to call home, you found the right spot with Halstead Living Center and Heritage House. Whether your interests lie in music, agriculture, sports, or dancing, you'll find someone who shares your passion and expertise. Discover a fulfilling lifestyle filled with connection and celebration with Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead. Get more information by calling 218-456-2105 or log on to halsteadlivingcenter.com.
Hunter Insurance Agency is a locally owned full-service agency providing protection and coverage in a number of different areas. Hunter Insurance Agency offers multi-peril crop insurance, crop hail insurance, and farm insurance for buildings and equipment. Plus, they offer home, auto, life, and business insurance. For more information, go online to hunterinsuranceagency.com or stop in and speak with Johnny Jorgensen at Hunter Insurance Agency. Find them at 201 Main Street, Hunter.
As we come back here on our post-game show, as we get to now our player of the game, brought to you in part by Enbridge. Bringing the energy. Go to Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Life takes energy. That again is Enbridge.com. Bringing the energy off the bench with 17 points is Keelan Flanagan, the 5'7" freshman guard, as she was able to hit a three in every quarter and finish with 5 3-pointers here tonight. 17 large points, again, off the bench for head coach Jake Bachmann's club. Miss Flanagan is our player of the game, bringing the energy, brought to you in part by Enbridge. From there, we go to our Agassi Precision Egg Play the Contest, and that's the three-point line and the free throw line here tonight for Central Cass. They go 8 of 9 from the stripe. They hit 12 threes, plus 6 in that category, compared to Northern Cass, make that plus 7 in that category compared to Northern Cass. That is our play of the contest. Again, the three-point line on the way in the 64-46, make that 56 victory here tonight on YourLiveEvent.com as the Central Cass Squirrels able to pick up the victory here, 64-56. Again, that play of the contest is the free throw line and the three-point line, brought to you in part by Agassi Precision Egg, your local precision planting dealer. Visit planterdoc.com. That's planterdoc.com. Final numbers look like this: 12 points in the first quarter for Central Cass. They hit 20 in the second, 22 in the third, and 10 points in the fourth, while for Northern Cass, 12 points in the first quarter, 16 in the second, 18 in the third, and finished with 10 points as well in the fourth quarter. Team numbers: 5 players in the scoring column for the Squirrels, 12 threes, 8 of 9 from the free throw line, and they go with 21 rebounds here tonight. For Northern Cass, able to have 5 players in the scoring column as well. They go 13 of 22 from the stripe. They were 3 of 10 in the fourth quarter from the free throw line. 13 of 22 with 5 three-pointers here tonight, with 5 players in the scoring column and 13 turnovers. Individually, 19 points for Kinley Haug to lead the floor for Central Cass. She also had 2 threes, a handful of rebounds, 1 of 1 from the stripe. 17 points for Keelan Flanagan with 5 made threes. You had 14 points on the way here for Liv Severson, and Liv down with 14 points, 9 rebounds. She also hit 2 threes and went 4 of 4 from the stripe. 11 points for J.C. Verkeelen, 3 threes on the second half, and then 3 points on the way for Morgan Wald, who went 1 of 2 from the stripe. Against Central Cass with 4 players in double digits, 19 of Haug, the 17 of Flanagan, 14 for Severson, and the 11 by Verkeelen. Huzar with 25 points, 5 rebounds, went 6 of 7 from the free throw line, and she did a good job after having 4 fouls in the first half, not fouling out of this contest. She also had 3 threes, 25 points, 5 rebounds for Huzar. 15 points, 7 boards for Carly Ryder. A very nice, productive night for the junior guard. Had 2 made three-pointers, 1 of 2 from the line. 8 points for Tess Jalbert here tonight, and she also finished with 5 rebounds. 6 points for Liv Olson with 11 boards, and 2 points for Brinley Winterquist. She went 2 for 2 from the free throw line in the fourth quarter. Northern Cass again led by the 25 of Huzar and the 15 for Ryder. With the loss for the Jags, now 1-4 on this season, 1-1 in the region. Up next, a date with Kindred after the Vikings fell 74-56 to Valley City tonight in Valley City. Well, for the Central Cass Squirrels, now 3-1 on the season and 1-1 in the region for Central Cass, as the Squirrels will play next at Oak Grove on Thursday night in Fargo against the Grovers before returning home on Monday against the Thompson Tommies. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get you set for the remainder of games coming up on YourLiveEvent.com later in the week. Again, your final, the Central Cass Squirrels pick up the win 64-56 over Northern Cass. It's high school basketball tonight here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Common doesn't do the extra reps. Common doesn't push the limits. And Common doesn't do all of that before the sun is up. We work harder than anyone else when no one is watching, so that when everyone is watching, we're ready to answer the call. Discover your uncommon side with the North Dakota Army National Guard.
When you think about North Dakota State College of Science, don't think about college. Don't think about desks. Don't think about buildings. Don't think about our expert instructors or our high-tech classrooms. Think about that new pickup you'll soon be driving. Think about decorating your first apartments. Think about that great job that's already waiting for you. Then, think about how you'll be doing all of those things in just 2 years. North Dakota State College of Science, the smarter way to college.
At Northern Cass, we believe every learner has the power to change the world, and we're here to help them do just that. That's why we're not your average school district. We deliver a world-class education built on trust, authentic relationships, and bold, innovative practices that prepare learners for whatever path they choose. From our passionate educators to our close-knit community, everything we do is rooted in purpose, connection, and a belief in every learner's greatness. Come see what makes Northern Cass a place where learners thrive, both in and out of the classroom. Learn more at northerncasschool.com.
As we come back here, 64-56, Central Cass over Northern Cass here tonight on your liveevent.com. Let's take a look at the latest Region 1 standings here tonight after the finals here with both Central Cass Squirrels picking up the win and the Valley City Highlanders over the Kindred Vikings. You have Wahpeton and Valley City up top, albeit early on here, but they're 1-0 in the region. Now sit tied for first. Tied for second is Kindred alongside Central Cass. And also from there at 1-1 now, Northern Cass as well, all at 1-1 in the region. Oak Grove will have their region opener at Lisbon tomorrow night down in Lisbon. We'll have that for you on your liveevent.com. And then from there, the Lisbon Broncos sit at 0-2 in region play. Also later this week on Thursday night for girls basketball, Central Cass at Oak Grove and Northern Cass at Kindred for high school region basketball here on your liveevent.com. Again, tonight on this one, 74-56, Valley City able to rebound after losing to Lemoore Litchfield-Marion in the Barnes County Girls Basketball Championship game. Able to pick up the win 74-56 here for the Valley City Highlanders over the Kindred Vikings. And then the Central Cass Squirrels rebounding after a loss against the Kindred Vikings on Thursday night with a win here this evening, 64-56. Another really good competitive ball game. Now Central Cass 3-2 against Northern Cass since the inception of the 3-division basketball system here. They split 2 years ago. They split in the regular season. They split last year. We'll see what happens this season between these two teams as well. Central Cass Squirrels now 3-1 on the year, while Northern Cass drops to 1-4. We're back with a wrap on our post-game show when we come back here in Castleton.
At Polar Communications, innovation is in our DNA. We're pioneers, always looking ahead to what's next to ensure our communities thrive. We were the first in the state to offer gig services, and we didn't stop there. We continue to lead the way in delivering high-quality, reliable technology to your doorstep. A better experience starts here.
Accidents happen. Illnesses happen. When you need timely, reliable care for allergies or respiratory infections, sprains, strains, or broken bones, or urinary infections, you can count on Riverview Health. Riverview Clinic in Crookston is open 7 days a week, weekdays from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., and weekends from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. For appointments, call 218-281-9595. When the unexpected happens, Riverview Health is here for you.
Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro is your one-stop shop for gifts and home improvements. Check out the huge display of DeWalt power tools. They accept Hillsboro Christmas cash, making holiday shopping even easier. And explore all major name brand appliances, floor covering, cabinets, windows, doors, and much more. Find everything you need for all seasons, including this special holiday season when you shop at Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro, open Monday through Saturday.
You've seen him around at the game and at the cafe. That's Ryan from Taupe Insurance, your man about town and your go-to guy for coverage that fits. From farm, crop, home, auto, and more. Ryan knows Castleton because he lives it just like you with the service you expect. That's Taupe Insurance in Castleton with over 25 years of experience. Visit with Taupe Insurance today about a quote or review of your policies at their office in Castleton or call 701-347-4045.
As we come back here on our post-game show, Kenley Haug joined us, part of 4 Central Cass players in double figures here tonight for the Squirrels, as Kenley was able to finish with a team-high 19 points. So Kenley, just talk about the three-pointers here. They came in early and often. He had 10 of them in the third quarter, and then he had to add another 2 in the fourth quarter to kind of put the game away. Just what did you see from your team's performance across the board tonight?
I mean, we got these amazing new rims to play on, so you get lots of bounces. I mean, everyone's threes are dropping. It was just great. We're having so much fun on the court, playing as a team. We played really well.
You know, we saw Matt Norman, I think, leveling off the rims a little bit before the game. What did you kind of see from your team, able to come up after being tied at 12 apiece to take a lead and kind of play with that lead for a good majority for the remainder of the game?
Yeah, I mean, right away we weren't boxing out great. We just knew we had to box out. I mean, they have some really great girls that get lots of rebounds. So as soon as we started boxing out there towards middle of the game, I mean, we got lots of boards, and we played great since then.
A couple of really good shooters as well. What did you see from Keelan to come off the bench with 17 points and 5 threes tonight?
Yeah, I mean, she's amazing. She got every roll on the rim. I was so excited. She shoots great. She's a great player.
Same thing with JC Verkeelen, able to get 11 points, able to get 3 threes. What did you see from her tonight?
Yeah, JC's great too. I mean, even if she doesn't score, which she did score great tonight. She's always getting rebounds. She's really great on defense, and she was scoring tonight. She really was a great player for the team.
Final thing that I'll ask you, Kenley, moving forward here, you got a game with Fargo Oak Grove coming up, another region contest on Thursday. Biggest thing you want to bring into that is what after a win here this evening?
I mean, we had a great team mentality this game. We played great together, so I think we should bottle that up and bring it straight to Oak Grove.
Kenley, congratulations on the win. Best of luck on Thursday.
Thank you.
Again, Kenley Haug with us here. When we come back, we'll hear from the head coach, Jay Bachmann. That is next.
Stop on out to Watts Ace Hardware in Castleton and gear up with name brands from Steel, Milwaukee, Vigo, and Craftsman Power Tools. Watts Ace Hardware has a key cutting section, and check out their different paint mixing options from Benjamin Moore, Clark and Kensington, and Royal. From their grills to Traeger, Blackstone, Weber, and the Big Green Egg to the Customer Laser Engraving Center, Watts Ace Hardware is a place you need to check out. Stop in at 1610 Governor's Drive in Castleton for Watts Ace Hardware.
As we come back here with YourLiveEvent.com, Chase Miller alongside Jay Bachmann. Jay just taking a look at some of the final stats. Jay will talk about your players in a moment. Cadence Uzar, just an 8th grader. You know, if you're a Northern Cass fan, you're wondering, what do we do without a Hallie or, a Haley or a Hayden Crockett? Well, Cadence Uzar just continues the scoring here. What did you kind of see from her performance to get the Carly Riders and the Tess Jalberts, and what is she like as a matchup in terms of just an 8th grader for you here, Coach, as the opposition coach?
You know, she can just beat you in different ways. She shot the ball really well tonight. I'm not sure exactly on her other games, but I would think that's her best shooting night. She was on fire there for a while. Her and Kenley were just sharing baskets for a while, and then Keelan and her were sharing baskets. So it was fun. It was a fun game. It was a little too close for me, but it was a fun game to be a part of. Yeah, she can just beat you in a lot of ways, and then she would finally miss, and we'd give up the whole board. So then that was very frustrating for me, but it was a fun game.
The one thing you said in the pregame show is you wanted to play fast, and I think we saw that as the game moved along. Yeah. A lot of transition buckets, not a lot of shot clock where you had to worry about. What did you see in terms of the team playing fast here, both offensively and defensively tonight?
I think we did a better job than for sure our last game. Still room for improvement, though. There's still room. Honestly, I want to play faster than that. It was fast, but I want blazing speed. So still good, still a step in the right direction. Fun game, and still things to work on, but the girls responded. There was times where we could have rolled over and died, and we just kept fighting back, so that was good.
Always nice to get bench points. You got 17 of them from Keelan Flanagan with 5 made three-pointers. Also to see Morgan Wold come in, get 3 points, and that's a quarter, a couple rebounds. Just what you see from the bench, but particularly from Flanagan, getting 5 threes tonight.
She's got that capability. Some of those, I think they stopped on the rim, and then they tried to go in. So those were fun threes to go in. But we know she has that capability. I mean, in practice she shows it every day. Was waiting for it to happen in a game, and it happened today. It was a good night for it. I mean, it was a hard game, a good region win. So it's really fun to have Keelan step up in a big way there. I have to shout out our defense a little bit. I think in the fourth quarter we really stepped our defense up pretty well, and did a good job on Cadence. But it was a battle.
Yeah,
it was a battle chase.
And Liv, obviously, second half, a ton of rebounds when you needed them. Yeah. Final thing is what, Jay, as you get ready for a scrappy opponent on Thursday night with Oak Grove. That's got some nice pieces as well for Chad Slider there with the Grovers here, Jay.
Honestly, I think it's going to be the same kind of game. They have some really good players. They're a little bit older. I think they got some upperclassmen, so it'll be similar with punches back and forth. But it'll be another scrappy game. Like, I think our whole region is just going to be hard-nosed, hard-fought games the whole year. So I'm not surprised that this is how it was. We'll play them again in 6 weeks, and honestly, it'll be the exact same. So hopefully it goes in our favor again.
Yeah, 2 games last year, single digits, and game this year in single digits. Jay, thanks so much for your time. We'll let you enjoy this one, and best of luck on Thursday.
Thank you.
Jay Bachmann, head coach for the Central Cass Squirrels. That does it for our game coverage here tonight in Castleton as the Central Cass Squirrels pick up the win over Northern Cass. I'm Chase Miller. Thanks so much for tuning into our broadcast. Happy holidays, and enjoy the rest of your week here with more high school basketball on YourLiveEvent.com.